back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Oilers Rundown. Had a few things I wanted to look at from the 9 Things article with Kurt Levens over at the Cult of Hockey, and there's been a couple of news items that have popped up over the last few days that we haven't taken a look at yet, so let's go over all the latest. Let's begin with Kurt Levens and his 9 Things article at the Cult of Hockey. We are all looking for a bounce-back season from Jack Campbell. If you like him, you clearly want to see him succeed, and if you aren't a fan, a bounce-back season will go much further in getting him sent away in a favorable trade than another year of struggle. Kurt suggests something between a .910 and a .912 save percentage should be considered a success. .910 is his career average. I think fans would be happy with that. At the end of the day, we know it's going to take both Skinner and Campbell to get the job done. Kurt also brought up James Hamlin. We haven't discussed Hamlin at all this postseason, and unfortunately, it's because I struggle to see a role with him for the Oilers. He did have a 10-game stint with the team last year, and fans were rooting for him to make the team out of camp last fall. Hamlin wasn't bad when he was called up, but I don't think any of us can say that he did anything to steal a spot away from anyone else. The Oilers are the deepest they've been in decades, and it's very hard to make this team. You could say Hamlin has an outside shot at fourth-line center, but the list of competition in front of him will only grow as we head towards training camp. I like Hamlin, but I think we only see him this year if there are significant injuries. Kurt also touched on Steve Staios, and he agreed it looks like Staios is headed to the Ottawa Senators. Due to the structure of their past working relationship, Kurt could see Senators owner Michael Andlauer hiring Staios as president, which would allow Pierre Dorion to remain in place as general manager. I encourage everyone to check out the Dropping the Gloves podcast with John Scott, where he interviews former Oiler Sheldon Surrey. Surrey gives a full rundown of his tumultuous time with the Oilers and gives us a preview of just how dysfunctional the organization used to be. The organization has regained its respect and professionalism under Ken Holland, and as Kurt notes, that should continue under new CEO Jeff Jackson. We need to see the Oilers continue to grow and evolve, and Jackson is just the leader to make that happen. A Stanley Cup is what fans want most, but I would love to see this organization grow to be the example of how a sports team should be run. A beacon. We spent over a decade in darkness. Let there be light. And lastly for today, let's take a look at the latest updates we've received on Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane over the past few days. Jonathan Toews announced he will miss the upcoming 2023-2024 season in an attempt to get back to full health following a continued battle with long COVID. But he's hoping to return for the 2024-2025 season. We know the Oilers have interest and had Duncan Keith reporting back on Toews' situation. Don't be surprised if the Oilers circle back to Toews next summer. The cap situation will continue to be tight, and Toews would likely come in on a cheap one-year deal. There was speculation this week that Patrick Kane could potentially end up with either the New York Rangers, Buffalo Sabres, Colorado Avalanche, or Edmonton Oilers. Kane will be taking his time before he makes a decision, likely making a return sometime in early 2024, as he needs time to heal from his surgery. And he will, of course, choose the team that he believes gives him the best chance to win. Kane could prove to be another strong offensive weapon, but I think we all know defense will likely need to be the priority for the Oilers at that time. And I think an Eastern destination is still most likely for Kane. Well, that's all I have for now, guys. Still nothing to announce on Evan Bouchard. There has been some speculation that a deal is already done, and they're perhaps just waiting for Evan Bouchard to come back to town. Not really sure what's happening there. I've said for the past few weeks that we should expect the announcement, so maybe this week. I clearly don't know for sure, so let's hope it happens soon. I just would like to see that team wrapped up, and then we kind of know what the money budget is and what we have left to go after as a 12th or a 13th forward for this team. So hopefully we get something on Evan Bouchard this week, but who knows, it might take a little bit longer. I think we can safely say, though, it will be done before training camp. Let me know your thoughts on James Hamlin, the future of the Edmonton Oilers. Do you think they should still go after Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane in the years to come? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan.